Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. It is time for the first summon event of the Donatello Fusion, the Champion Chase tournament. It's fairly pricey to get the 10. It is fairly pricey. 1,300 for the 5, not too bad. 3,000 points in 2x Sacreds is actually... it's not super easy to get. So if we check this out, I have this pinned on the main channel of my Discord. Eherbad actually put this together years ago. Hang on, let me see. This was from 2022, and I'm sure he made it even before that. But I always go back to this, right? This is my reference for how many points something is worth, typically, in one of these events. I probably should make a version for Primal Shards, so they rarely show up in the CC. Primal Shard's very strong for Summon Rush, so there's a big opportunity cost. But anyway, as we can see, Sacreds, consider this, you get 250 points for an Epic, 500 for a Legendary, but even in a 2x event, you're still mostly getting Epics, which makes Sacreds very, very good for Summon Rush. There are loads of points there. They're not quite so good for Champion Chase. So like 280, you're looking at over 10. You're looking at about 11 Sacreds, maybe 10 if you're lucky, 12 if you're unlucky. You could low roll it easily and not get a single Legendary, and it would take you 12 Sacreds, which is a ton. Whereas the same amount for Ancients would be about 60 Ancients. I mean, what's harder to get? 60 Ancients or 12 Sacreds? Obviously enough, it's 12 Sacreds. It'd be 30 Voids, which is also pretty steep. As well. Ancients definitely a preference here, but no boosted chance for Ancients. It's 2x Sacreds. Worth noting, we're going to pull some shards now as well. I'm going to try not to pull Sacreds. Worth noting, not only is it 2x Sacreds, there is a 10x for April O'Neil. We've got some initial rankings up on hellhades.com, but obviously we had to rank everything before we could do any playtesting whatsoever, so they're very much like placeholder. But April... Our thoughts is that she looks kind of rubbish everywhere, except really good in Arena. She's got the Arena aura. She's got a cool passive here where she can be counterattacking, putting Nullify and Seal. Really good A1. Lots of turn meter pushback stuff. She seems pretty cool for Arena, and she'd be good for wave content in like faction wars and stuff like that. She will be good actually for that as well. But for most dungeons and bosses and stuff, she's kind of rubbish, right? You just can't crowd control them, nullify and seal, right? Turning off gear sets and masteries. No enemies in PvE have gear sets or masteries, which is, I think, actually kind of a flaw in the raid game design. I think that we probably should have gear sets and stuff on enemies. Faction Wars Hard was a good opportunity. Didn't happen. Anyway, so she is there. There was a leak that there would be a Titan event for April. Now, that is a leak. It is very much subject to change, and indeed Plarium has confirmed. I shared it in my gameplay video for the TMNT that I put out yesterday. Plarium has shared that that's not fully accurate, that leak, and that there will be some changes. So, yeah, April may or may not be up for grabs in a Titan event. I'd be thinking... I don't know. I think she'd be more suited to a deck of Fate, personally, but we'll see. We'll see. Arena Specialist, not very good generally. I think is more suited to a deck of Fate, but we will see what happens. I do expect a guaranteed event for her. I definitely expect... She'd be the more question mark one, to be fair. I think definitely the 4 turtles will all have guaranteed ways to get them. I think Shredder likely will have no guaranteed way to get him. I think April is a pretty good chance she does show up in... Could be that Titan event, as was leaked. Could be something else. But I think you don't need to chase her too much here. If you get her, great. You can skip out potentially another event. But I wouldn't feel too pushed about chasing her. Yeah, so anyway, here we go. I spent 50 bucks on the summon pool, so I've got a bunch of I actually pulled 2 or 3 free pulls from the events last week before this went live. I was greedy. I couldn't wait. I've got no self-control. So we're going to have to make up some points otherwise. But let's see what we get. Let's go. Summon pool. Ouch. Okay. 6 lizardy epics. 50 bucks. And not a sniff of a legendary. Feels bad, man. It's yeah. I will say one thing I don't like about that at all. I enjoy clicking them and pulling them and having the disappointment slowly building. It's not anywhere near as fun when it happens like that. So that should be 6, but that should be only halfway if I'm correct, it should be 1,500 points if it's fully loaded in. Looks like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, 1,600. Oh, okay. I got slightly wrong somehow. Okay. What we're going to do. Here's a great tip for you guys. Broadmaw fusions. Do not sleep on these. Here we go. Save. Oh, she's in the tavern? Oh, they need to be ascended. I'm an idiot. Okay, sorry. So we'll send her. Great. Fantastic. Arbalester. Saving up these Broadmaw fusions is... Oh, she needs to be max level as well. I'm an idiot. I'm a double idiot. An idiot twice. I think there is a champion training at some point today, but I will deal with it when we get there. Let's put this guy up to level 30. And so you're better off waiting for champion training to do this. You can triple or double dip this with champ training if you so wish. We'll send her. Great. But each Broadmaw fusion gives you let's do this fella. Here we go. Max him out. Gives you 350 points because he's a void epic. Now, obviously, you're gonna, you're losing on having to train up these rares a bit. That costs you a little bit. You're losing some food for leveling up champions, and it is 1,000,000 silver to fuse. However, get yourself that Broadmaw because he's a void epic. It's 350 points, and you can stockpile these, and that's great. I think it's really important to put it in that context. In a 2x CVC, saving that up and doing it for Broadmaw, that's worth more on average than a Sacred Shard is, right? That's worth more than a Sacred. So each Broadmaw fusion is actually very, very valuable. Really is, to completing these events easily. So that's a great little tip. And it's renewable as well. Like, you're not going to run out of Broadmaw fusion. It's permanent. It's always there. Whereas, fragment summons and stuff, you run out of fragment summons. Why is it not clicking into it properly? There we go. Put her in. I only have, unfortunately, one more of these guys, so we are all out of luck after this one. And yeah, again, make sure to level these guys up. You can ascend them during CVC for a few little CVC points. Not too important, but it is a nice little thing you can do. Leveling them up during champion training, get some nice, easy champ training points, have them good to go. I clearly put them all to 15 during a champion training, and then I sort of forgot that I need to get them up to 30, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. They're pretty quick. It's pretty cheap. And yeah, champion training should start today. Probably starts in a few hours, but just for the sake of getting the video up and edited and whatever, we're just going to do it all now. So there we go. We've got another Broadmaw, which is taking us most of the way there, right? That's another 700 points for 2 Broadmaws. That's basically 3 Sacred Shards saved, which is huge. And now we should only need a few more points. Let's double check exactly where we're at, because I've been yapping and I've no idea in terms of my maths where we are. Oh, another big tip. Oh, actually, I do quite want the 50 mythical. I didn't see those. That's juicy. Oh, that is so tempting. Okay. I think we are at 2,300. Sounds about right, because we were at 1,600 plus 700. So yeah, that is right. We need a few more. Do I pull sacreds, or do we do this with some fragments? Let me think about... Oh, okay. So I do have a few fragment legendaries. We've got 4 saved up. Obviously, you can never, ever get these back. You use them, they're gone forever. These are a lot of CVC points for Person Ward CVC. We do have one of those starting next week. 4 of them, 500 points each. They're not voids. We've got 2 Force, 1 Spirit, 1 Magic. That'll be 2,000 points, which is good. And that takes us most of the... Well, I mean, certainly gets us the fragments for the fusion. It takes us within 1,000 points of getting the mythical fragments. I think I definitely want the mythical fragments. Mythical relics are the hardest thing to get, and I do think the mythical relics for this are incredibly good. So I think that's quite worthwhile. I'm not going to try win the tournament. I see that there's some for winning. Not interested in that. The final tip I was going to mention when I got distracted by the mythical fragments for you here is Plarium has teased us in the interview I did with Boozor that there's quite possibly going to be some improved way to craft relics in the future, perhaps the near future, perhaps by the end of the year. It might be early next year. It's a long time to wait, potentially. You could be waiting a few months. However, if you have the willpower, you can see I am now starting to stockpile. I was just forging my relics every time I could. Whenever I'd be like, yeah, forge it instantly. I always match the same rarity. So always match the same rarity. And I always match the same source as well to just maximize. I just want to maximize the chances to get the highest rarity from the non-standard group. But they were talking about ways, maybe there'll be some sort of thing you could put in here that instead of being 50-50, maybe it goes 75-25. Now, that's just me guessing from what they were sort of hinting at, but it sounds like they might add in something, maybe something that ups your rarity chances. I think something that could be cool for relics would be like 2x weekend, whatever. This weekend, you've got a 2x. Oh, congrats on your Empress. Very nice. That's what is a mythical? 650 points, I think? Kind of weirdly not that high for a mythical. You feel like it should be 1,000 points for a mythical, but I think it's less. But yeah, I wonder if they might do something for relics. They said they do want to improve relic crafting. So my advice, if you can be patient, and if you don't like have urgent need of more relics right now, like if you already got a few relics and you're kind of good, would be to wait and to save. Oh no, a mythical is 1,000 points. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's a lot of points. You got your Empress. Happy days. Remnant summons also you could obviously save for this. If you actually I should have a remnant summon. I could get a remnant summon. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me go do it. I will go get the final bit I need. Where is it? So over here, S19. Okay. Hang on. Oh, yeah, great. Bang. Cool. I will be back in like a minute. Oh, we actually lost. Oh, yes. I need to improve my looks like my team failed in the event dungeon once. I need to improve that team as well for doing a video. Let's go in. Let's do this. I'll be right back. Ooh, having a sip of coffee, spicy update. Took it down, completed a quest. Oh, we've got a chest. Here we go. Chest live on stream. Here we go. 6-star soul, baby. Nope, nothing. All right. That's okay. A feast. Hey, wee, what you want? All right. Let's do stage 19. Have I done it before? I have. Oh, this is an annoying stage. I'm going to have to re-gear. Lucky there's permanent free re-gear change. Free gear removal? Yeah. Right. Let me sort this out and we'll dive back in. All right, lock it in. There we go. 20 fragments. We didn't get a soul for Carnage, but the Remnant summon is good. It's a mythical, right? 2.5. It's a mythical. It's gotta be Void Epic. No, it's a normal epic. All right, all that feels like a lot of work for 250 points. Feels bad. Okay, I think we still don't have enough even for the we don't even have enough for the fragments. Okay. We're going to have to pull some shards. I think I'm just going to go in with Ancients. There should be more than that. You know what? Let's get Crocad going. I'm pulling Crocad. Don't want to wait for CVC. I want to get started early. Doing some masteries for him. There we go. We've got Crocad. Do I want to do any others? I think that's brought us to the 3,000. So there we go. We've done the necessary, the 3,000. I just, there we go. 3,000 points done. Couple of fusions, fragment legendary, remnant summon, and then 50 bucks of prisms. You'd have to obviously make that up with just normal shards. It's the same, sorry, the equivalent. What 6 sacreds would have been the equivalent. I really do want these mythical fragments. It's a lot of points. You can see everyone is struggling for points. I mean, nobody has actually got there yet. We could do it with just regular old ancient shards. They're not going to be as good, but, you know, we could get there. I'm not too keen on pulling the sacreds. I want to save those. I don't have that many. I want to save those for any decks of fate or anything like that. Ancient shards are usually not very useful. Do I want to commit to this? I mean, I've got 1,500 points here. I think I do. I'm going for it. Let's go. We'll just do 30 ancients. Then we're going to run out of space. So we'll have to wait for champ training. Oh, yeah, it's pretty rough, isn't it? 100 points. Maybe this is real bad. Without that double epic. Oh, it's really rough. Oh, wow. 1 epic from all of that. This is a lot of shards. Oh, I don't know if this is a good decision at all. We don't need... Oh, yeah, you just get a whole lot of nothing, even from Ancients, without that 2x. It is rough. Um, think. Okay, so we need 2,000 points. Let's do a couple. We'll do a couple of sacreds. I'll throw something into the old vault. Oh no, these 4 champs to go in the vault. Sure, we'll do a couple of sacreds. Here we go. Just to speed this thing up. Gone epic. It's a Tagore. He's a great epic, although I just pulled Raka in the last Void event, so... And we got ourselves an epic. Okay, that's fine. Carlinia. That brings us most of the rest of the way. So yeah, okay. We should be now at 4,000, I think. Maybe slightly short, or else it hasn't quite updated. We should be around 4,000. We need to make it up with probably the 3 fragment legendaries, which is expensive, but I do really want those mythical fragments. I really do. You see, it gets rough trying to chase those mythicals. It really gets rough. 2 sacreds, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it with the fragments. Sadly, we're out of Broadmaw fusions. No option there because we don't have this guy. We could try get some uncommons and fuse him up. Again, each uncommon is... Each Broadmaw is worth almost as much as a legendary. It's nuts. Like 3, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's where we're at. Okay, we've got the fragments in the bag. That's the important thing. We've won... Wait, what did I get that's new? Oh, of course, Crowcat. We summon in the Crowcat so I can get working on him in advance of Personal Reward CVC. Should be, I think, on Tuesday. So I'll see you guys for a stream on Tuesday. Either which way, we'll have a stream on Tuesday. So I will see you guys for that. Personal Reward or non-Personal Reward CVC. Probably Personal Reward. We'll be building up Crowcat, finishing him off, booking him for that and all the rest. So yeah, I'll see you for that. That is going to be, I think, it for me today. You know, I will just think about, do I want to commit to these fragments or do I want to just burn so many ancient shards? I'll think about what to do. Yeah, I'll think about it. But there we go. That's where we're at. Let me know, what would you do? Would you burn those things chasing it? Champion training is live now, by the way, when you're watching this, so you can go and champ train. Quick thoughts on this. Obviously, you need the fragments. It's quite a lot for just the legendary. I'm not too pushed about the legendary bits. I think they're kind of take it or leave it. I probably won't bother. I think I'll just get for this the champion stuff and stop. I think mythical fragments are worth so much more than legendaries because like the legendary is fine, but it's such a minuscule chance to get a mythical, and I've got plenty of legendary relics. It's the mythical relics that really have that value. Though of course most of the time they are legendary anyway. But hey, there we go. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Good luck with your own pulls and goodbye.